Oh my stars. 7.5 hours later. Oh, the hillbilly chicken. The hillbilly chicken is cooking. Oh, and it smells so good in here. Yum, yum. You can't get what you always want. You can't get what you always want. But if you try sometime, you just might find, you get what you need. Oh, yeah. Yeah, looks like we blew a caster. That one's so straight. This one back here. Yeah, it's doesn't look like it, but it's tweaked. You know, it's not 90 degrees to the ground anymore. So we're gonna have to replace that, which means we're gonna have to replace all 4 of them. And this is what we're going to replace those casters with, some new casters. They're 5 1/8 inch tall, and the other ones were this tall. So what we're going to do is we have a bigger caster. It's going to put the table up even farther. It's already at 43 3/4, just kind of tall for a table. It's good for some things, but what we're going to do is just above the casters that you're looking at there, we're going to cut those down rectangular tubing pieces, probably 4 inches. I haven't done the math yet, but I want to lower the table a little bit. It's a little on the high side at 43 3/4. I want to get it down to about, I don't know, 39 inches, 38 inches. I think it'd be, more serviceable at that height. Yeah, I think that's a little better. We started with 43 3/4, and we ended up with 39 5/16. That's how tall the table was. So after the difference in those casters, I guess we're talking about the table is now lower by 3 9/16. Yeah, so that's not bad. Makes it a little better. When you belly up to the bar, you're working on something. It was just a little too high. So we wanted to take 4 inches out of it. We ended up with 3 9/16. Hey, we'll take it. Those casters work a lot better. They can handle more weight. They aren't going to blow out. Okay, that's how much we chopped off the table. And we had smaller casters. We went to bigger casters. So I've had the question for a while, and 2 things happened. I had the question, and I blew a couple casters, and I was always intending to lower this table anyway. So I hit 2 birds with 1 stone, made the modifications, and answered the question too. So that's what we're looking at. Okay, Kevin, so here's your answer. From the ground to the top of the table is 39 3/8. 39 inches and 3/8. That's the final measurement. And that answers your question. And now we're going to go on to something else. Thanks, Kevin, for the question. So there was this guy, and he was getting these chicks on Facebook that were sending him messages and saying, oh, I saw your picture and your profile, and I think you're good looking, and, stuff like that. So curiosity got the best of him. So he decided he just would take a look just to see what kind of chick we were talking about. So he does that. And, I don't know how to put this delicately, seeing how this is a family show. But, they wanted him. Let's see. Okay, here goes. They wanted him to choke his chicken. Well, the girl was doing her thing, and they wanted him to do that. He declined, He just wanted to see, and that was it. He thought. But this is what happened. He gets another message, and they tell him that they've made a movie. And the movie is, they send him the movie. And there it is. Someone choking their chicken, but it's not him. And then he blows it off, gets out of it, closes all the windows and everything. Then he gets another message, and it says, "We're serious. Here's a copy of your Instagram accounts and all the people in them, and we're going to send that movie to all of them, to everyone in there." Now, this really baffles him and gets his attention because he doesn't know how in the heck these people got his Instagram, the contacts on his Instagram account. And they said they had every account that he had, they had. And every contact list that he had, they had. And they're going to send it to everybody. So again, he blows them off. But then he gets to thinking. So what he does is he sends the people in his Instagram account, "Hey, if you get this movie, this ain't me. These people are trying to scam me." Now, 50% of the people that are listening to this right now think I'm weird for even bringing it up. But 50% of the people is all you ever get on your side, whether you have a public voice or not. Doesn't matter. Look at the national elections in this country. They're almost 50-50. So, you might have a candidate, but half the people in your class agree with you and the other half don't. Teachers are the same way. It's just a big puff of smoke. But in our day and age, with all the social media and everything, there are actually kids that commit suicide based on how they're perceived on social media, which only means one thing. They're equating their self-value with that and everything that goes with it. So granted, if you're a young girl and your boyfriend takes nude pictures of you and then flashes them all over social media, well, that's a lot more than what, than where you could get that kind of coverage and that many people knowing about that thing and seeing those pictures. So I can see where it can be devastating. And it's sad, but some kids commit suicide over this. Anyway, I digress. So he tells these people, and these people say if he pays them money, it'll all go away. So you might think I'm weird for bringing it up. I'm sure 50% of the people that listen to this are thinking I'm weird, and that's okay. That's normal. But I bring it up because maybe someone isn't aware of it, and this is what can happen. So how it all ended was seeing how the source at the very beginning of this guy's problem came from Facebook. He canceled Facebook and went away so far. And if you're a girl out there and someone's going to take naked pictures of you, just make sure your face isn't in the shot. That way you can deny it and say, oh, well, they photoshopped it, or, that's not me. No one's going to know. And that way you can get it. But to equate your self-worth with what goes on in social media, that's just a big joke. And certainly, suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. So don't ever go that route. Not over something like that. Don't ever go that route. Doesn't matter what it is. It can be handled. It can be fixed. It can be repaired. It's not something that's going to follow you for the rest of your life. Eventually, it's just going to die down. So don't ever do that. Don't get drastic over something so stupid. Social media is a big joke. Big joke. You didn't do anything based on that. You had an opinion. Say it. I'm like that. I don't care. If I've got something to say, I'm going to say it. Doesn't matter what the repercussions are. If that's my opinion. You think I'm going to change me because of social media? That's a joke. You don't ever change yourself, like my mother said. To thine self, always be true. So, some of this stuff is not all it's cracked up to be.